Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and this is a yarn chat video. This is I actually have been working on things, even though I haven't been really making videos. So I'm going to show you two finished things, one in progress, and some mail, and a little bit of a life update, okay? So the two finished things is I've made another two hats. Also, I'm hoping after I make this video to record a little bit, not really a tutorial, but kind of a tutorial on how I've been making these hats, in part because I've mentioned it a few times that the new way that I'm doing it has been making the seam right here more normal looking. And a few of you were confused of my wording because you're like, oh, Summer, you should be knitting in the round. And I actually am. But I'm going to be making a video showing the technique that I learned actually while in Alaska that makes this area look normal. Because the way I was doing it before, it was lumpy and kind of loose. So I'll see if I can dig around and find a hat to show the pre. Because I am currently working on, this is one of my whips, another hat. This one is a white and yellow stripe. So far, most of this yarn has been, I love this yarn, or Red Heart Super Saver. And with a few of the yarn swaps I was involved in this summer, I got a lot of I love this yarn, solid colors. And so I've been taking this option of doing two colors at once to give it a little bit of a variegated look without using a lot of variegated. Plus it gives me a lot of combos, right? Because I could do aqua and white, and then mostly white with a little aqua, yellow and white. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing a lot. I usually get on some kind of a crazy kick. So this year it seems like a lot of the hats are going to be this kind of a pattern where it's mostly a solid color with an alternating stripe. Whereas last year I did lots of variegated. In the last couple years it's been mostly knitted hats, whereas the first couple years were all crochet. This is my 5th year of giving my class hats for Christmas. Okay, so that's one of my whips, working on a hat. And I usually come home from school. I usually am at school till 5:30, and then I come home, eat dinner, check to make sure everyone's got homework done, and then I just sit and knit a little bit on a hat, watch a little bit of a YouTube video. The other project I'm working on, which I have down here, which I will say honestly I've been working on a little less frequently because my son has his computer down here and he has been playing Fortnite, and apparently it evokes a lot of emotion from him where he's screaming his head off. Okay, so I did make this dog once, and I gave it to a teacher at school because she likes dogs or whatever, and it was part of her birthday present. Well, one of the kids in her class, she keeps that dog in her classroom, and he was having a hard time and he was feeling a little sad, so she gave him that dog. And his mom is also a teacher at her school, and so he asked me if I would make him a dog, but he wanted his blue. So I've started, here's the head, and here's the body, and obviously I just need to make ears, arms, and legs. And this pattern book, Crochet Cute Critters, I've made quite a few of these critters in the past. The thing about this book, I like it, but I don't love it, is the head and the body are separate. And the reason I haven't closed off his body was because I wanted to make the arms and the legs, sew it to the body, through it, stuff it, close off the body, then join the head to the body. Because I'm so terrible at sewing things on, I found it's easier for me to sew on the body parts pre-stuffing when I can get into the other side. I like this book, and these are really good, easy new starter patterns, but I do prefer the Friendly Red Fox the way she does things is she designs them so that there's, you're not sewing the head on. It's a decrease and an increase for the neck. Just to me, and you can kind of see it there, it just looks kind of weird, and it's hard to get them perfect when you're sewing this ball, because the heads are round, to another top. This one here looks like it's kind of like what the Friendly Red Fox does, a decrease. But anyway, I'm making the dog, and I'm making blue. I'm using two different kinds of yarn. For this one, I'm using Red Heart Super Saver in the color blue. I was going to say in Spanish, azul. And then the lighter blue is Impeccable from Michaels in the colorway Glacier. So I really should. The poor Nugget asked me for it a week ago. And I said, I'll get back to you. I promise I'll make it. But my life has been hectic. And just in general, with the first week of school, first 2 weeks, actually, we've been in 2 full weeks, I think. Actually, we did a week of partial and half day. Then we had the, did we just come off of the week of Memorial Day? No, we had the week of Memorial Day. Labor Day? Labor Day. And then we just completed, so it was our 3rd week of school. Yeah, so then I've been picking along through that. I really should try to finish it. It's going to be another week. I wanted to open some mail. I got some mail, unexpected mail from Rose Likes Crochet. It would be kind of cool to meet her someday. I used to watch her videos regularly. She was one of my main ones. But as the school year picks up, I stopped watching as many videos as I used to. Just because, no offense, Rose, I love you and all. It's just, the beginning of the school year is hard, and I barely have time. Plus, if you ask my family, I watch them through my eyelids. Because I'll sit down on the couch, I'll start watching something and knitting, and then I fall asleep. And then I'm really watching nothing. But she does have a little package here for me. She's like, Summer, I hope you like the stitch markers. Happy crocheting. Have a wonderful day. From Clara. It says Rose Likes Crochet. So let's look in here. Rose Likes Crochet. And she has YouTube, everybody. Instagram, Facebook. Oop, there's a little mint in here that fell. Here is the stitch marker. Rainbow, and that, as many of you might know if you've checked out my teaching channel or just heard me blabble on here, I love rainbows, and that's my classroom theme. Here's some butterfly earrings, which also is amazing because 2nd grade we do the Einstein kit and we grow caterpillars into butterflies. Here's some cute little holy cats, and oh, coffee and a cat. How cute are those earrings? Thank you, Rose. I love them. Rose Bass from Clara. Yeah, thank you. I will wear these earrings for sure. I just had bought myself a pair of earrings because we spent a full month with Einstein. That's what our science kits are called. And everything in the class is switched to butterflies hanging on the wall. It's very exciting. Okay, you guys, so before I kind of end this video, because that is all I've knitted and crocheted, part of a dog, part of a hat, finished 2 hats, we are leaving, Flynn and I, for Maryland on Sunday morning, the 10th, and we will be spending a week in Maryland. I've talked a little bit about it with Flynn and my husband. We'll probably post a couple little update videos on how things are going, like when we land at the airport or when we get to the NIH, possibly where our room or where we're staying looks like, and give a little updates. He's not receiving his bone marrow transplant at this place. They're just, it's kind of like a clinical study because his, what he has is so rare. Not a lot of people have it, or not a lot of people are known to have it. He is being entered in a clinical study where they're going to learn about him and how this affects his body, and then recommend treatment for how to, which I do believe this can be cured, to cure him, which is a bone marrow transplant. But believe it or not, you guys, there's different kinds. I know. So they'll recommend what to do, and then my husband and I will try to figure out how we're going to go about this. And so this is just like an informational gathering. There's no like new developments on him. They'll just be, you know, checking out his vision, his hearing. They're going to do some MRIs, give him a breathing test, check his blood, another bone marrow biopsy, just things like that. And then we will be home after 5 days or 6 days of being in Maryland. And then things will be returned to normal for just a bit. So check out and wait for those videos. And I will be bringing yarn with me. In fact, I was like, okay, I'm going to go out there. I am not going to pack a lot of makeup or hair things. Probably not even my contacts. I'm just going to bring my glasses, whatever, jeans and some t-shirts. And then as much yarn as I can fit in my bag so I can finish up my hats. I want to get all my hats finished. I still need to order pom-poms to put on top of the hats. Or maybe the kids this year just aren't going to get pom-poms. I know, how terrible would that be? But I'm going to tell you, a good many of them lose them because I see them over the years, or, you know, and they're just running around with that little button up there because they've lost their pom-pom. So I might not even put a pom-pom on there this year. Huh, that might be interesting. That might sound like a better idea because the bone marrow transplant, one of the things that we're thinking about getting it started, I'll be out of school and I won't, I want to make sure the hats are ready for the substitute to give them. Okay, yeah, so that's a little bit of the update. That's what Flynn and I are doing, what my family's doing, and like I said, minimal crocheting and knitting. I need to step it up. All right, the next video will probably be either in Maryland or on our way to Maryland. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing my videos. And until the next video, happy crafting. Bye.